What's up, Miser Mafia? How's everybody doing? Hope everyone had a good Christmas. It's the day after. Hope everybody got what they wanted. I got some cool stuff. Hope you did too. Today we got a new one for you. Hey, it's like achievement unlocked. I figured out something over the last few days. Us reactors can react to other reactors. Because when we're not reacting, we're watching reaction videos. A lot of us are. I know that's what I do. So, I found this lady, Psychologist, Dr. Danielle Crane. And she watched Hi Ren. And she got a lot of stuff right on her first reaction very quickly. But she didn't know the full story. And where we left it, well, where I left it watching her, was she still didn't know anything about him having Lyme disease or the fact that he was misdiagnosed. So a lot of stuff she said was right, but she was, without having that knowledge, she couldn't have understood fully. And so I went and checked her channel, and I was thinking to myself, she needs to see Sick Boi. And sure enough, several days ago, she reacted to Sick Boi. Now, I don't know if she's learned any more information about Ren since then, or whether she's going into this with the same blindness of his condition that she had before. But for not knowing anything, boy, she got a lot right. So I'm really interested to see what she gets from Sick Boi, because Sick Boi's going to explain a lot of it to her. And she's smart. She's a super smart one. So I think she's going to get this. Now, on her Hi Ren reaction, she is a practicing psychologist, from what I understand. It's what it sounded like. So she deals with people all the time and tough situations and stories and whatnot. And she said in here at one point that she's not an emotional person, but she started to tear up. It was at the point where Ren was talking about in Hi Ren, some people know me as hope. Others know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope. And she paused it right there. And you can see her right before that wipe away a little tear. I'm going to play that for you real quick. Before we get into this, just knowing, Ren made this girl tear up. Someone that hears fucked up shit all the time. And she probably went into this. She said at the beginning of her video that this was recommended by a patient of hers. So, and she was surprised that she'd never heard it. And she was so glad that she did when it was all done. But for someone that goes through tough stories and tough situations every day, and she probably went into this video knowing a little something about this was going to be an emotional hit, and to prepare herself, it still got her. It still got her. So I want to play that for you real quick, and then we'll get into her reaction of Sick Boi. Did you see her eyes start blinking? I knew she was about to lose it. Whenever somebody's eyes start... Oh, you're fighting it. You're fighting it.
Cremated my brain and I didn't once flinch or shake.
Listen to what she says.
I am not a really emotional person. I never cry at films or anything like that, but I genuinely started tearing up at that point. It's just so moving when you hear people who have felt completely broken and they've been struggling for most of their lives and that sort of thing, and they're really at that kind of low point, and they manage to kind of find that moment of hope. They manage to find that thing that they can hold on to. He was even referring to someone kind of on the verge of.
So, you know what she just got? Her first Ren tear. If she stays on this rabbit hole, there's going to be a lot more Ren tears. All right, guys, give me just a second. Let me pull this other video back up, All right, guys, we're back. I got the video pulled up, and we are ready to go.
Hi, my name is Dr. Danielle Crane. I'm a clinical psychologist, and today I'm going to be reacting to the music video for Sick Boi by Ren. I've only ever done one reaction video previously, which was for Hi Ren, and that was specifically because one of my clients asked me to. She asked me to pause at regular intervals to give my initial thoughts and impressions as the video was going along.
You know what's a little bit messed up? She looks a little bit like the woman in this video. I wonder if she's going to recognize that. Am I tripping? She looks a little bit like her.
To give my initial thoughts and impressions as the video was going along, which I appreciate is not everyone's preferred style of reaction video, but it was.
Fuck them. You do what you want to do. That's your channel.
Which I appreciate is not everyone's preferred style of reaction video, but it was made specifically for her. Since then, I have had hundreds and thousands of renegades respond, which I was not expecting.
Okay, so I'm guessing she knows. If a bunch of renegades have responded, I should have went and looked at her comments to see if she knew, or if she responded to anyone that told her. Anyway, I still want to do this. It's still going to be good because she is super smart, and I can't wait to hear what she has to say about all this.
And loads of you have commented that you would like to see a reaction to Sick Boi. So I will do my best
Hell yeah, we would.
to provide that. I'm assuming the music video is something to do with his chronic illness. I know he's had Lyme disease, so I will have a look and see.
But does she know that it was misdiagnosed for so many years? Because if these motherfuckers had just figured out he had Lyme disease right off the get-go, they could have fixed him. Ugh.
So I will have a look and see.
Her music's turned down a little bit. She's loud, but her desktop's low. It's fine, we'll deal with it.
Hi Ren, thank you for coming in today.
Thanks for seeing me.
Looking at your file here, it seems there's a very apparent interplay with your emotional state and your physical body. Have you ever heard of the trauma response?
It's like the actress sitting across from Ren is watching over in the corner. Tell me I'm fucking tripping. She looks a little bit like her. She does.
Very apparent interplay with your emotional state and your physical body. Have you ever heard of the trauma response?
I don't think so.
Basically, our bodies can get stuck in a negative feedback loop. Our subconscious can repeat patterns from the past, which can have a pretty drastic downstream effect on our biology. Essentially, your mind is making you sick.
Sick boy, bitten by a tick boy, looking for that fix boy, anabolic steroids, damn so, poster boy, pass out, white noise, quick fix, snake oil, I'm about to break boy, oh, what a shame, he's in pain, have another go, take another pill, here, take a couple more, let's see how you're doing in another week or so, you'll be feeling worse when the side effects will show, derealization, medical patient, losing patience with the process, walking hand in hand with Satan, complications with the medication, inflammation, dehydration, inhalation, aggravation, building up a toleration, drown, soccer, drown, soccer, drown, soccer, drown, I've been feeling like I'm drowning with my feet upon the ground, I've been screaming, I've been shouting, but I never make a sound, I've been looking for a way out, but I always seem to drown.
Is this all making sense, Ren?
Yeah, I think so.
Good. What I propose we do is we try to pinpoint the exact experiences from the past that are keeping you stuck. What can you tell me about your childhood?
I can't really think.
It's okay if nothing.
Look, that's making her uncomfortable. Seeing this woman just brush through this like she don't give a shit. is making the real psychologist uncomfortable. She's probably thinking, what the fuck are you doing? What's wrong with you?
Sick boy, bitten by a tick boy, looking for that fix boy, anabolic.
Did you get that, doctor? He was bitten by a tick. He has Lyme disease. But do you know it was misdiagnosed for so long? And they told him all this shit was in his head.
Like steroids, damn so poster boy pass out. White noise, quick fix, snake oil. I'm about to break, boy. Oh, what a shame, he's in pain. Have another go. Take another pill. Here, take a couple more. Let's see how you're doing in another week or so. You'll be feeling worse when the side effects will show. Derealization, medical patient, losing patience with the process. Walking hand in hand with Satan. Complications with the medication. Inflammation, dehydration, inhalation, aggravation. Building up a toleration. Drown, soccer, drown, soccer, drown, soccer, drown. I've been feeling like I'm drowning with my feet upon the ground. I've been screaming, I've been shouting, but I never make a sound. I've been looking for a way out, but I always seem to drown.
Is this all making sense, Ren?
Yeah, I think so.
Good. What I propose we do is we try to pinpoint the exact experiences from the past that are keeping you stuck. What can you tell me about your childhood?
I can't really think.
It's okay if nothing comes up right away. What I'd like you to do is take some deep breaths.
Not the woman in the box, but the woman in the chair. I hate that woman. She is so... I don't really give a shit. Just do this, do this, do this, do this. Guess what? It's all going to make you feel worse.
Point the exact experiences from the past that are keeping you stuck. What can you tell me about your childhood?
I can't really think.
It's okay if nothing comes up right away. What I'd like you to do is take some deep breaths with me. In and out. In and out. Good. Now tell me the first thing that comes to your mind.
Speak, woman. Let's hear it. Yeah, she's upset.
Maybe that's an okay moment to pause. It's been quite a lot to take in so far.
You damn right, it's a lot to take in. And I hope you're mad at that woman in that chair, too. All right, for reals, I want to hear what she has to say. I figured she would have paused a long time ago, but I've been waiting for it.
Maybe that's an okay moment to pause. It's been quite a lot to take in so far. I mean, firstly, I can see why I've been asked to watch this. As you know, a psychologist, it is definitely kind of relevant. At the same time, it is incredibly uncomfortable to watch. Partly because of his kind of distress, which in the form of the grunting and his kind of expressions and talking about feeling basically silenced and dismissed by professionals,
Yeah.
but also just watching how she was responding to him, and
There you
there's
go.
just no compassion, no
There you go.
empathy. It's very difficult to watch someone.
I could tell it was very difficult. It was you were squirming. You didn't like it. You didn't like it at all. I don't like it. She didn't like it. Nobody likes it. Speak, girl.
She was responding
I'm sorry. Doctor, please finish.
to him, and there's just no compassion, no empathy. It's very difficult to watch someone responding so badly in a therapeutic setting. I'm not sure if she is meant to represent a psychologist. The fact that she has medication makes me think that perhaps not, because psychologists don't prescribe medication. It's normally psychiatrists who do, or whether she's a doctor, or perhaps...
Oh, good point. Good point. I told you she was smart.
medication. It's normally psychiatrists who do, or whether she's a doctor, or perhaps she's just kind of representing...
I've seen this video, I don't know, probably 50 times. I never even thought about that. Is she a psychologist? Is she a psychiatrist? Is she a therapist? Well, She's writing medication. So.
Me think that perhaps not, because psychologists don't prescribe medication. It's normally psychiatrists who do, or whether she's a doctor, or perhaps she's just kind of representing professionals in general. That
Yeah. Like in High Ren, as soon as she saw that pig, first thing she said was, I hope that pig's not out to symbolize the medical system. I'm pretty sure that's what she said. I was like, oh, yeah, that, and more. It's greed. I'm sorry I paused you on such a bad face. You should never pause someone with their eyes closed in that position. That's better. Don't she look like the woman in the chair a little bit? But it's okay, babe. I know you're not that woman. You're not that woman. Hey, I don't feel bad about you. You seem like a really good doctor. That other one, though, she got to go. I need that pig to take care of her.
or perhaps she's just kind of representing professionals in general that he's kind of come into contact with. But the way that she jumps straight into what she's read about him in his file and the assumptions that she's made about that, and straight into telling him what is wrong with him without even actually having any conversation with him about his experience of those difficulties and his understanding of them. And, you know, a lot of the things in his file could be completely inaccurate, assumptions that other professionals have made that haven't been correct. So it's always...
They was all inaccurate. Every single word in that fucking file was inaccurate. They all told him and shit was in his head. Stupid motherfuckers. He had Lyme disease. Do your job.
Assumptions that other professionals have made that haven't been correct. So it's always really important to have a proper conversation with someone, and find out from them what they feel is going on, and come to a shared understanding, and then, based on that, agree a treatment together, rather than jumping straight in with, oh, this is what's wrong with you. You need to do some breathing. It comes across as very dismissive, not really treating him as...
Can we all do it? In and out. In and out. I need to do it. I need to calm down. Okay. I still don't like that woman in that chair, though. Doc, you get it. You get it.
Oh, this is what's wrong with you. You need to do some breathing. It comes across as very dismissive, not really treating him as a person. It's almost scripted, manualized kind of response.
Right.
So that in itself is very difficult to watch. And even when he's really distressed, she's not even looking at him. She's kind of just looking at her clipboard and ignoring it, and not kind of responding in a helpful, compassionate way towards it. So that's difficult in itself. I'll talk about perhaps the actual content of what she's discussed with him at the end, because I just want to see if there's kind of more to it, or that's the thing before I respond to that. So far, I mean, amazing kind of, lyrics and music, and he's very talented. At the same time, it is uncomfortable to watch because of the kind of content of it.
Right.
And
she learned to rewind. She didn't rewind in the High Ren video. And it kind of upset me a little bit, because she missed a couple of things by not rewinding. Reactors, it's very important to rewind the video. Just hit that back button one time. You'll get all caught up.
art. In Good. Now tell me the first thing that comes to your mind.
I feel like it's not me, it's the world that's sick. We're given everything we need and we commoditize it. We consume, we destroy like we're parasitic. Science tells us that it's suicide and still we commit. I'm not sick, we are sick. We are standing on a cliff in the name of...
Oh, so one of my favorite parts of the video coming up. So, I don't know who the girl is in the video. I hate her role. I don't have any bad feelings towards the actress. She's just an actress. And I'm sure she was instructed just to sit there and let Ren do his thing. And he's going to get all up in her face. But he's so intense, she actually... Watch it. She sits back in the chair. I'm sure that wasn't scripted. That looked so natural. Watch it when it happens. It hadn't happened yet. We're going to go back. But watch it when it gets right up in her face. I think their foreheads touch. And she leans back. She's uncomfortable.
Suicide and still we come in. I'm not sick, we are sick. We are standing on a cliff in the name of progress. We jump off the precipice. I'm not sick, I'm the virus. You're the virus, hypocrite. How can you sit there with that smile on and tell me that I'm sick, boy, looking for a fix, boy. Push it down in public, quick pose for the pick, boy. Record label meetings that commodify your gift, boy. Why you so upset? Don't you wanna be a rich boy? Fuck no, industry is cutthroat. I've been doing bits by myself, swimming backstroke, walking on a tightrope, rapping with a slit throat. The way that we persist is like the ending of a bad joke. As the people evolve, we're complacent to assailants and we do what we're told. Counterintelligence aside the...
And since I try not to react to videos I've already seen. I have done it one time, but it was a video I saw it from afar. I swear I didn't pay attention to it. I just kind of... I took it as okay, I saw it. It's done. I had to see it. My reaction studio was a mess behind me. It wasn't set up. My previous studio got messed up. Anyway, we got the new place now. We got the new studio. And I haven't got to react to Sick Boi. Because, I mean, everybody knows I've seen it. I've got 2 Ren tribute rewind. I've got 2 Ren tribute songs on my channel. One, lyrics written by the talented Jason Klinsky. He's on all the Ren groups on Facebook. It's called The Ren Effect. We just broke 1,000 views, y'all. We're at 1.1K. I'm very proud of that. And I've got another Ren tribute song that I wrote the lyrics to called Hold On Ren. I'll put the links for both of those below. That one's doing pretty good. But, hey, let's get back to this. I'm enjoying this reaction. This is the first time I've reacted to another reactor reacting to Ren. And I'm liking it.
With a slit throat. The way that we persist is like the ending of a bad joke. As the people evolve, we're complacent to assailants and we do what we're told. Counterintelligence aside to behold. Rape the earth of all resources and...
Oh, what I was going to say is where he said counterintelligence. How he let his voice go up and crack right there. Love it. Love it. I love when Ren pushes past that point and lets his voice crack a little bit. Just to let us know this motherfucker's still human. Because the jury's still out. He might be an alien. I don't know. I've never seen any birth certificate from him. I don't know. You guys seen everything this man can do? Is there anything he can't do? No. He's got some AI shit downloaded into his robot alien body. Guys, Ren is the best thing that's happened to music. As far as I can say, ever. I know when Elvis came on the scene, everybody went crazy. When the Beatles came on the scene, everybody went crazy. And we know Ren's not like, we all know he's independent. Hell, he talks about it in here. But his fan base is so loyal. The Renegades. I'm so proud to consider myself a renegade. I'm right there. This lady, Dr. Danielle, I think she's already a renegade. When that first little tear came out of her eye during High Ren, and made a little wet spot on her cheek, that was the kiss of Ren right there. You got a little Ren kiss, and now you're hooked. Now you can't live without him. It's like some of that pheromone cologne that's on the market now. Little Ren pheromone fell out of her eye and landed right there on her cheek, and now she's hooked. Oh, that's not a good pause scene. Ren looks scared. The pig's staring him down. The pig's got his ass right in the doctor's face. I'm sorry, Doc. I didn't mean to put a pig's ass in your face. I'm fucking stupid. All right, here we go.
What we're told, counterintelligence, a sight to behold. Rape the earth of all resources and we bleed it for gold. And we bleed it for wealth, we bleed it for fame. But when you bleed it, can you tell me what the fuck will remain? And I'm bleeding myself, I bleed in my brain. While I'm bleeding, I'm the reason, cause I'm doing the same.
Wow. I mean that there's a lot to talk about in response to that. Firstly,
you know what? You might look like that girl in the chair a little bit, but you prettier. I'm just saying.
The sort of the main content about the conversation between him and the therapist, it brings up a lot of sort of internal conflict for me because
No, you can say it. It pisses me off. That's what you're thinking. It pisses me off. What the fuck's wrong with that woman? What the fuck is wrong with that woman in that chair? Treating Ren like just a number. He ain't no fucking inmate. He's a patient. Treat him like one.
it brings up a lot of sort of internal conflict for me because I have been and still am someone with chronic health issues. So I had ME for 12 years. I, spent time in a wheelchair. I couldn't do the things I wanted
to. And in the High Ren video, when he stood up, she got emotional because she said, "Oh, he's standing." That makes sense. I like this woman. Doc, I like you. Keep going down the Ren rabbit hole, please.
For 12 years. I, spent time in a wheelchair. I couldn't do the things I wanted to do. I was on 90 tablets a day at one point. It was very, very difficult. And I've also had, I now struggle with recurrent
You see what happens? You done got a psychologist to open up to YouTube to the world and tell you her problems. You know what that's called? That's called the Ren effect. Now, if you hadn't heard my song called The Ren Effect, I suggest you go to my YouTube channel and listen to a song called The Ren Effect. God, that was a shameless plug. But it's so true. It's so fucking true. I need to turn my air conditioner on. It's hot in here. But I don't want to finish this reaction first. I don't want to get up. I don't want to leave. Oh, I caught you with your eyes closed again. God, girl, I'm so sorry. Oh, you look sad there. Oh, you look serious there. Serious, but kind of hot. It's not about me, okay? It's about you and you guys.
12 years. I, spent time in a wheelchair. I couldn't do the things I wanted to do. I was on 90 tablets a day at one point.
Damn it, now I feel bad for her.
It was very, very difficult. And I've also had, I now struggle with recurrent pericarditis. I had it for 3 months last year, 8 months this year. It's actually still ongoing. And throughout those experiences, I have had professionals be very dismissive of it. I have had people say, oh, you're just fatigued because, it must be that you're depressed, or you have chest pains. It must be that you've got anxiety or something like that. And just being, dismissed or told that there's nothing wrong, that you're just a...
It fucking happened to her too. It happened to her too. Guys, doctors, professionals, you gotta do a better job. Well, I'm not saying she was misdiagnosed, but in Ren's case, you gotta do a better job. But just the fact, I bet she has never talked about this before on any of her other videos. I don't know. I haven't watched them. But I bet she hasn't. That little Ren tear that come down and kissed her on the cheek, it opened that up. It opened up that box. And now every time you hear Ren, you feel like you can talk to the people. Because I feel like that too. All right. Let's get back into this. Let's finish it out. Oh, she's got a lot more to say.
And just being, dismissed or told that there's nothing wrong.
And that's okay, because I want to hear it.
That you're just a hypochondriac, that you're wasting people's time, or you're being lazy, or that's the thing. And those responses are so damaging, and
right.
Really do have a horrendous effect on people. And I was very lucky that I did manage to fight to see specialists who did then say, oh, actually, yeah, we can see that there's inflammation of the lining of your heart, or fluid around your heart. There are like real things going on.
Good. They figured what was going wrong with her. They figured out what was going wrong with her. I done got so worked up I can't even speak straight. Plus the fact that I'm tired, y'all. I've been on the microphone all day talking at the racetrack. And I said it was too late to do a reaction, but here we are. And I'm glad I did, because I like what this woman has to say. I'm sorry, I like what the doctor has to say. No disrespect. And that wasn't disrespect when I said you was cute, too. I'm just saying. It's not disrespectful. That's just letting you know that I know.
Or fluid around your heart. There are like real, things going on. It isn't just something that's in your head. So I can understand that side of things. And, watching his interaction with this therapist does bring up some of those memories and that sort of thing. At the same time, I am a mental health professional. And so I can also see that side to this video. So some of the things that...
Right. And when this video got taken down, Cujo, you piece of shit, there were so many people upset. Because this isn't just some song. This isn't some rap song. This isn't just some made-up story song. This man's fucking life. And you try to take that away from him? Because you didn't honor your contract? Because you sold an uncleared sample in your beat? And you tried to go after someone that had nothing to do with that? What a bitch-ass move. I don't know, y'all. I've been getting more and more worked up lately when I do these reaction videos. Maybe I'm doing the wrong videos. Maybe I need to smoke a little bit more before and during. I don't know. We did the Sabatron. I still don't know if I'm saying it right. I think it's Sabaton. Fuck, I don't know. It's on my channel. The Christmas Truce. And guys, that one hit me deep. That made me get up all up in my feels. I went off on a rant. I don't apologize for it. It needed to be said. Just like the doctor's upset here when she's seeing some shit that she don't like. Not that I didn't love that video last night, but it... Just go watch it if you want to understand.
That side to this video. So some of the things that she was saying do have some truth in them. So trauma.
The fuck she say? She said breathe in, breathe out. That's the only truth I heard out of that woman. Sorry, Doc. Continue.
Can affect your physical health. And there are links in general between our physical and our mental health. So if you have health problems, you're more susceptible to mental health difficulties. Equally, if you have mental health difficulties, sometimes that can manifest as physical symptoms.
Right. So true. Probably most of y'all don't know this about me, but I've been through that myself. My dad had, as a lot of y'all know, my dad's in a long-term memory unit. He's got Alzheimer's pretty bad. And that's just been about 8 months or so. And I've been taking care of him for the past few years before that. And long story short, let me hear what she had to say real quick.
You're more susceptible to mental health.
Lost my train of thought for a second. So when all that was going on, I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep for the longest time. And I was going through a lot of mental health problems. One due to lack of sleep and one due to all the shit that was going on in my life. And I started becoming kind of a hypochondriac and thinking there was all these things wrong with me. When there wasn't. That shit was all in my head. And I believed it so much, I started actually showing some symptoms of some things that wasn't even there. So, I mean, of course she's a doctor. She's on point. But I'm just agreeing and telling you, this shit can happen to anybody. You put your body in a high-stress situation, and some shit might go down. Not in a good way. But be strong, friends. There is light at the end of the tunnel. And we can all make it through whatever struggles we're facing.
There are links in general between our physical and our mental health. So if you have health problems, you're more susceptible to mental health difficulties.
Obviously.
Equally, if you have mental health difficulties, sometimes that can manifest as physical symptoms.
And I didn't even know that. I'd have someone point it out to me before I could start correcting things and turning things around. And guess what? When I did, all that physical bullshit, it all went away. Because it wasn't real. It was my brain thinking it was real, and my body responding to that. So be careful. Talk to people, talk to friends, talk to therapists. If you're having trouble, reach out to the community. The Miser Mafia is small, but we're growing in numbers, and there's a lot of renegades on there too. And I'd love to hear your story. I'm not shy about talking about mine. I'd like to hear some more about yours. Now, I'm no professional. I can't help. I can sympathize, and I can give the best advice that I can. But if you're having real troubles, please talk to a professional. It can really help.
Health problems, you're more susceptible to mental health difficulties. Equally, if you have mental health difficulties, sometimes that can manifest as physical symptoms. So there is some truth to what she's saying. I think the problem is that, firstly, she's saying it in a way that is, lacking compassion and completely inappropriate.
Right.
And secondly, that actually it's not true for this particular client, for Ren. Actually, it's that doctors have missed something.
Yes.
So
yes. Okay, she knows. She understands that they missed it. Good. I'm glad to know that she understands they missed it. I don't know if she knows how long they missed it, but she knows they missed it. Good. I can't wait. This is her last Ren video on her channel, so I hope she does more.
Actually, it's that doctors have missed something. So she's telling him, this is what's wrong with you and this is what you need to do.
And doctor, if you see this, Dr. Daniela, no disrespect. Just saying, you're cute. I think you're smart. Hey.
So she's telling him, this is what's wrong with you and this is what you need to do, when actually that's not the case. They haven't done a thorough enough assessment. They haven't, properly kind of formulated his difficulties and come to a shared understanding with him. So yeah, the way that she said it is inappropriate. The fact that she said it to him is inappropriate, but there are still elements of what she's saying that do have some truth and some, relevance for other people. And I think often we can get this unhelpful situation where people are being dismissed when they actually do have physical health problems,
right?
Because mental health staff don't get enough training on physical health difficulties, and because staff, both medical and mental health staff, often are they're lacking resources. They're very short on time. We have GP appointments where you have to manage to do everything in 10 minutes. So I think there are huge pressures on staff, and they can very easily make these.
Right. So we need more. We need more doctors. We need more psychiatrists. We need more therapists. We need more psychologists. Kids, get off your lazy ass in school and learn something. Become something great. Don't be like that woman in the chair. Be someone that cares. That flowed.
There are huge pressures on staff, and they can very easily make these mistakes or come to incorrect assumptions or not kind of do things as thoroughly.
So all right. So what I heard, what I understand is, and this is no excuse. I heard that Lyme disease was rare in the UK, and that's why they missed it. I don't accept that. Do better. Do better. It happened to Ren. I'm sure it's happened to other people over there. Check that shit out. Don't just dismiss it.
Make these mistakes or come to incorrect assumptions or not kind of do things as thoroughly as they perhaps want to and should. And that's not to excuse this. Clearly, we need to provide better care for our clients.
Right.
We need to educate ourselves about, these other conditions that, physical health conditions that can have psychiatric symptoms and that sort of thing. We really need to listen to our clients. I think that's the most important part, not just to go in thinking, oh, I'm the expert and I know what's going on, but actually to sit with them and listen to kind of their experiences more thoroughly. So I think, it's such a huge issue. It's something that I could probably discuss all day, and it's something that we need to.
Right. She gets it. She gets it. She knows. She knows that everyone should do better. She got valid points. Short-staffed. They're on this schedule. You got to get this done in this amount of time. But it's still no excuse. It's still not a valid excuse. We got to do better, people. All over the world. All over.
So I think, it's such a huge issue. It's something that I could probably discuss all day, and it's something that we need to be trying to address in services, rather than ending up kind of further traumatizing people as a result of us, failing in providing the care initially. So that was the kind of the content of their discussion initially, but then it seemed to the last section seemed to really kind of expand out to wider society, and
Ren does that. Ren does that because he thinks about that. All of society, not just himself. He knows he's just a part of it, but he likes to talk about the whole of the whole.
To wider society, and that sense of actually, a lot of the time, it's not the individual who is the problem, it's the wider kind of system that they're in.
I feel like it's not me, it's the world that's sick. That's what she's referring to.
Individual who is the problem, it's the wider kind of system that they're in, which fits really well with, so I'm got training in systemic family therapy, and actually there's a lot of that kind of thinking in terms of, like, when we work with families, you'll often have cases where they will want to locate the problem within an individual. So it'll be like, oh, the child's the problem, they're the one that's acting out, they're the ones that have the mental health problems, when actually they're not the kind of the main problem. It's actually this wider system, the rest of the family. There's unhelpful dynamics between them. There's wider systemic things that are happening, and it's not one individual that's the problem. And it's the same with wider society. It's not often the things that we're struggling with are the result of things in society. So
right.
There's loads of messages around that actually you can only be happy if you're rich or famous, or you get more and more stuff, which I think is kind of what he's touching on. He seems to talk quite a lot about greed, and my understanding.
Oh, he talks a lot about greed. You keep on this Ren rabbit hole, you'll learn. He talks a lot about greed. Hey, go watch all the Money Games. 1, 2, and 3 all together. All at one time. Then throw Money Ties in at the end of that.
Touching on, he seems to talk quite a lot about greed, and my understanding from people's comments is that the pig's head does often represent greed. I don't know if it also represents kind of mental health professionals or doctors, and that's the thing as well. But it seems that he's kind of linked the song in with much wider issues towards the end, and it sounds like that's something that he's really passionate about.
Ooh, make that face again.
But it seems that he's kind of linked the song in with much wider issues towards the end, and it sounds like that's something that he's.
See that little Elvis lip? She picked that corner of that lip up. She meant that. She meant that from the heart.
The song in with much wider issues towards the end, and it sounds like that's something that he's really passionate about, and something that when he's creating his music, he's not doing it to get loads of money. Actually, he's doing it because it's meaningful for him, and
Right.
it's, he's got important things that he wants to talk about. And I'm very glad.
Go watch the chapters. Go watch the chapters. That's what you need to see. You need to watch all the chapters. You don't have to react to them. That can be just for you. Then you'll be all caught up and you'll know. And then go watch Troubles. Is that a good one to send her to next? Yeah. So she did High Ren, Sick Boi. Go watch the chapters. And then do Troubles. And then start on the backlog from like chalk outlines. Yeah. That's my advice. Look at me, giving a doctor advice.
Things that he wants to talk about. And I'm very glad that you guys have shared this with me, and that I've had a chance to kind of watch it and share some reflections on it. As always, there will be some things I've said that you probably don't agree with, or that might be inaccurate, and that's the thing. And I hope
I said some things people don't agree with and might be inaccurate. I say them all the time. But the Miser Mafia accepts that. They know that the one thing that I must remember, and we must remember, that we're all human beings. When I heard that shit the first time, my chest went go, 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 go. I was like, shit. I just had to sit there. I sat there stuck on stupid for like 5 minutes. Couldn't move, couldn't think, couldn't make words come out of my mouth. Then I went back and watched the whole thing again. Then at the end, I was only stuck on stupid for like 2 minutes. And I was able to start processing again. Yeah.
you don't agree with, or that might be inaccurate, and that's the thing. And I hope that you will kind of understand that these are just initial thoughts based on watching a music video once. And I'm sure that once I've watched it multiple times, my thoughts on it might change. And that, there are so many different perspectives to the same issue. So, I hope that there has been something useful from that. I will try and look at some of your other requests in future. It just might take me a while. So thank you very much.
Dr. Danielle Crane, thank you for your reaction. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I think you're very smart. I'm so glad you found the Ren community. Us renegades are always here. I'm glad that you're feeling better. I'm sorry to hear that you had, or have, I'm not sure, ME, and were in a wheelchair for a while. That warms my heart to hear that you're doing better with that. And please follow the Ren rabbit hole. I do believe that you, knowing that about you now, you'll really enjoy going on this journey. Look at your profile picture. I'm going to say it again. You're cute as all can be. I don't care. I said that. Now, if you got a husband and he's watching, I didn't say that. I take it back. But you're still cute. You're still cute. From afar. If you got a husband. Or a big old burly boyfriend. I'm sorry, y'all. we get to talking on here. Doc, thank you for your time. Thank you for your reaction. I enjoyed it. I hope everyone else did. Please like, please like, share, and subscribe. We're doing pretty well. We've got a lot of new subscribers lately. I really appreciate it. Let me know what you want to hear. What do you want me to react to? Put it down in the comments below. I always love hearing from you guys. I love reading the comments. I know a lot of reactors say they do. I don't think they do. But a lot of them I'm sure do. But I definitely read every comment. I'm so thankful for my fan base. Appreciate it, guys and gals. Miser Mafia. Should we do merch? I would love to do some merch. I do t-shirts on the side. That's one of my little side hustles. Guys, remember to go check out some of the original content on my channel. I've got songs. I've got music videos. I've got how-to videos. I've got roller derby. I've got roller skating. I've got disc golf. I've got RC racing. There's a ton of stuff to choose from on my channel. But I'm getting in more to these reactions lately. I'm getting ready to get a new camera so everything looks better for you guys. I know it's a little bit fuzzy. I apologize for that. But this has been a fun one. My first reaction to another reactor. So that was interesting. All right, guys. We're going to leave it at that, and we will see you for the next one. Peace.